Yo, and we're back at it again. I'm not watching all of Love Island, so I'm just gonna watch the reunion, our recap of the reunion. So you know what I'm saying? Let's see the drama.
Finally here, the long-awaited Love Island Season 7 reunion, and yes, 1 month is a long time, I'll have you know.
I've done so much self-reflection and so much work that I can look back on these moments and laugh.
So you did a month of self-reflection and you're a different person now?
And this
Nah, she's lying. I have a slight suspicion if she caught anyone laughing, she might just jab him in the eye.
reunion has guaranteed to bring us all the tea that's happened since the show finished filming, and of course, address all the feuds. But really, the
Does she have
only
shoulder
tea
pads?
here is that I'm about to lose my final brain cell, which already seems to have happened to Austin.
We left the villa as a couple. We were,
An error message.
I'm so sorry.
Whoever said that, bro.
I was just zoned out for like 5
Welcome
minutes.
back.
Nah, he's on drugs.
Finishing off, Ariana Maddox and co-host Andy Cohen will be sitting down with just the final 4 couples, and the rest are going to come out in waves. And right off the bat, they address an alleged cheating controversy with Brian, where Brian was seen out at a club with other women and photographed pouring shots
Brian, no! Brian, what are you doing, gang? You're on TV. You gotta make sure if you're gonna cheat, do it in the privacy of your own home. Take the phones away. Jesus, Brian, what are we doing?
into girls' mouths. But Brian says there was nothing malicious happening, it was just a lapse in judgment during an event that he was paid to attend. And here, all seems to be good with these two, but I guess they filmed this reunion just a little bit too early because just hours before the reunion aired, Amaya and Brian unfollowed each other on Instagram, so regardless of any sort of cheating scandal,
Just random, right? Why do people pay attention to who's unfollowing who, bro? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, they can just when they log in and go to someone's account, they can see who's following them and who's not. But it's like, are you really paying? Like, who's paying attention to that deeply to where it's like, oh my god, oh my god, Brian, stop following Alandria, Amaya. Oh, gotta tell somebody. But
for now, things seem to be done with these two.
damn.
Oh, and speaking of putting out the reunion a little bit too late,
Pepe, you've told fans that since leaving the villa, the two of you are exclusive. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
yeah, Iris has also unfollowed Pepe, and rumors have
No, what did Pepe do?
swirled that Pepe very recently cheated on Iris with someone who works for NBC News.
No. Why? Why Pepe Le Pew? Why? You snake. Damn.
Again, these are just allegations at this point, but I mean, in the hotel lobby? Well, that in itself is wild. Oh, and Iris did meet with TJ, which got picked up by TMZ, but that was apparently just a kind of relationship post-mortem, where Iris wanted to tell him face-to-face that she was with Pepe. And Pepe, he did talk with Hannah over the phone.
Why do you need to tell him that in person? Phones were created for a reason, unless you don't have his phone number. Or his Instagram, or nothing. Suspicious.
But enough of that, let's now get to some real awkwardness with Chris and Huda.
How is it seeing each other?
Fine. I mean,
Weird.
I'm fine.
Now, a big part of this reunion is a lot of the cast being upset with how Huda's handled press after the show, and Chris says he doesn't respect the things that Huda said, including comments that he had a wandering eye, or the fact that it took Huda until 2 days before they filmed the reunion to apologize to him, which seemed pretty transparent. Like she was only doing that because the reunion was coming up. And they then ask if Huda's seeing someone right now, and she dodges that question like she's Neo from The Matrix, except if Neo actually got hit a bunch of times, cause she's not really fooling anyone.
I can't speak about my relationships outside the villa. Legal reasons.
Yeah.
Netflix. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Netflix won't let you
Netflix
say.
said-
Tell Netflix this was the #1 streaming show of the summer.
Yeah, the reason Netflix won't let her talk about it is because she's dating Louis from Too Hot to Handle. And at the time they filmed this, he was still on a show called Perfect Match, which I actually covered, so if you want to see what went down there...
No. You could have just said you're not in a relationship. Just lie, gang. Oh no, Huda, what are you
You
doing?
can go check that out on my channel. So then
Hello?
we come to Nicolandria.
Hey.
who, by
Hello? Hello? Alright,
I'm
swear.
not going to say anything negative about. Nope. Those Nicolandria stands came out in droves when I questioned things after the whole Sierra sudden elimination, and now I'm just going...
Oh, please don't hurt me.
And look, they're here, they're still together. I'm ready to buy...
Did you dump sparkles all over herself? I'm not even gonna say nothing about it. It must be a girl thing. I
all
don't
the
know.
Mamacita merch I can. And I mean, it's only been a month, but 1 month is like the new 1 year now, apparently. Plus, I do want to say, any of these couples that are still together, I am rooting for them. If they're happy and healthy together, I don't want to see them get picked apart.
Not me, gang. Like, I'm just trying to see some chaos. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, man, I might be miserable, but like they say, misery loves company. So if they break up in a crazy fashion, hey, man, as long as it's funny to me.
But with that said, even Nicolandria are saying the enthusiasm from fans can feel like a lot of pressure at times.
I know people are expecting us to be like labeled by now. And I also see comments, it's like, she better come like pregnant and married to the reunion.
So they then bring out Clark and Taylor along with Shelly and Ace. 2 couples eliminated right
Damn, his
after
waves
the
are
show went
waving.
exclusive,
Pause.
which Andy Cohen addresses, asking what they thought of America's votes to send them home right as things got serious.
I think they missed the plot of what Love Island was supposed to be about.
Very much so.
It was more so
Bro, everyone here lost the plot. Some of y'all were just kissing, banging. I'm pretty sure they voted off like what Jeremiah when he was, you feel me, trying to make connections with people. Yeah, everybody lost the plot with this.
I mean, it's called Love Island, you know?
I feel like this season it was more based on favorites.
It's a system you designed.
Okay, so Austin's comment is about Ace wanting to eliminate the more committed couples for not exploring enough, so it's ironic that they're saying America...
Nah, that's crazy. Bro, I only seen like 2 recaps of this and I'm already tapped in.
missed
For real.
the plot, it's Love Island. But there are going to be more comments about the choices for eliminations as the reunion goes on, so I'll be coming back to this point later. And you know, I think I've had some clarity on this point. I've done some self-reflecting over this month, which, again, is a long time. Oh, and by the way, Taylor, he's barely touched upon this reunion. He gets off pretty scot-free. Like, Alandria says she felt foolish watching things back with all the him not being as physically attracted to her stuff, but at the time, she thought he was just being respectful of her wanting to go slow. But that's about it.
I don't know why people are honest on these shows, bro. But they don't have a lot of texture on you. Just say it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to take things slow. Don't say like, nah, she's just not my type, gang. That's
all that's really addressed.
especially for like 100,000. Yeah, I'll be a slow taker for some shopping. I ain't gonna lie.
And Taylor apologizes.
You know, we grew so close, you know, so fast. You was my dog in there. We laughed about everything, and you still my dog.
Do we clap?
Ace and Shelley also talked about their
Boring.
relationship timeline and addressed the rumors that they had planned their
I don't think he needs those glasses.
relationship in order to win the show, which personally I don't really buy. It'd be a pretty Herculean effort to try and move one past both production and America. And these two are still happily together.
This would
What?
be your first girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
And is Shelly the first girl?
last, too.
Are you in love with Shelly?
I am.
Now at this point, the couches fill up with the Casa people, and we spend far too much time on this Coco and Alandria drama, where Coco went on a podcast, and Alandria didn't appreciate that Coco seemed to be feeding into this narrative that Alandria was delusional during the Taylor and Clark situation.
Clockerty.
I never felt that way. That's not even real. No, I want to talk.
Okay.
I'm Team Chocolate Girls. I'm never shady. I was nothing but nice to y'all from the beginning. I was happy for
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I get you trying to get like a drama out and whatnot, so you're gonna let her. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you to shut up. You gonna step to the side, but you gotta check that. I ain't gonna lie. You don't gotta say nothing. Just like I'm gonna let it slide, but never do that.
Then Zach gets a little bit flamed for suddenly wanting to get back with Amaya after finding out America was voting her up and loving her.
Once you knew the cameras were on, that's when it was time to have this whole Grammy Award winning actor scene for you. Like,
I don't want a Grammy.
Absolutely never change, Amaya. You are reality TV gold. I mean, Grammy for Best Actor, I've been thinking about that all day. Give this woman the Heisman Trophy for Breakout Reality Star. Oh, and Zach, thank you for your contribution to this reunion. You can now go back to sleeping over Zoom. Then we get to some drama with Austin and Jaden, where she said she was cool with Austin dating other people, but she just wanted him to let her know first. But then she found out he'd been out with other girls, and he said nothing to her.
Oh my god, Austin, what are you doing, gang? You're gonna be on TV. Like, if you're just living your regular life, sure, you know what I'm saying? Cheat, don't cheat. I don't care. But gang, you have all the eyes on you. All these women with too much time on their hands. TMZ trying to, you know what I'm saying, get their articles out, and you're over here cheating.
So she felt like a fool.
I did send you a message saying, like, if you were planning on dating or hooking up with other people, if you could just let me know.
I don't think I replied, so I don't think it's like I didn't
Bro, that's you do realize that. And eventually we get to some of the Shelley and Huda drama.
Hello.
First, Huda bringing back Chris to the villa and all that "this is for you, Shelley" stuff that she was saying. Where the show does help clear some of it up by putting out some unaired footage.
Obviously, I still want to talk to Chris and get to know him because he's telling me he has interest, right? But on the other side of it, you wanted more time with him. I had the great idea of us choosing each other today. That way, you can have more time, and so can I.
So it does seem like Huda said both that she wanted to explore Chris, but also give Shelley an opportunity to do
W, Woulda in the chat, I guess. I don't
so
know.
as well. However, Shelley says that her issue is no longer with Huda from the show. It's more how Huda moved after the show. Like, Huda kept saying they're so
What'd she say?
close, "I love you, Shelley," but then goes on a podcast and starts saying things that are adding fuel to the hate that's been coming her way. And there is more
Interesting.
on this near the end, so we're going to circle back. For now, though, they get more cast out there, like Hannah and Charlie, and the discussion moves to the voting on eliminations. Like Amaya's vote to send Charlie home, which Amaya says was because Hannah seemed in a bad place during their last conversation before that vote. And then again, the show puts out some unaired footage of the discussion behind the choice to eliminate Hannah.
I don't know how I feel about going based off of the connections. I think about her and Charlie's connection, how it happened instantly, and then how her and Pepper's happened instantly. We keep talking about exploring, and not for nothing, I haven't seen that.
Okay, so I think I got some clarity here on the exploring thing, which maybe
I thought it was Love Island. I get you're supposed to like moves, talk, interact with the other people, but if you find love, it's kind of like how is someone else gonna tell you how you should love? Pop my tea.
It was clear to a lot of you and not to me, I don't know. Like, they chose to keep Iris over Hannah because they felt like Iris hadn't had a chance to explore
Iris is
yet,
better, I
while
know.
Hannah had. And maybe a whole bunch of this exploring situation was more about people having a chance to explore or not, and people maybe not taking the chance to explore. Okay, you know what, actually, I'm still confused. Still, I do think favoritism played a part in the votes, and not just the one with Hannah. Like, they have Jeremiah come out, and he says it was tough to hear the words love bombing come out, when he was asking Huda the whole time if he was doing too much, and she said no. But again, with this elimination, I do feel favoritism played a part. Personally, I think Ace and Taylor
Damn,
just
her
didn't
breasts
like
are about to
Jeremiah,
fall out.
and that's fine. Just be more open about it. Everyone's talking about people standing on business this season, or not doing that, so stand on business. And Ace says the reason was more because of the things Jeremiah was saying behind closed doors.
You're telling me very early on, yo, if a bombshell come in, just tell your girl, oh, I love you, and your girl not gonna leave you. When I hear comments about getting the money, when I hear comments about followers,
I'm telling you, bro, I'm not. Bro, I ain't putting on an act. If I'm on Love Island, bro, I'm not even really here for the money. This is my story. I'm not really here for the money. The money cool and all. Like, I would still love to win it. But it's like, I'm really looking for, like, the one, bro. I seen where my parents at, and I'm like, I'm going to need that still. So, if it just so happens I just find love and win the money and get the motion after and end up on streamer streams, it's like, it is what it is, but it's like, I really want love. That's how I'm coming, bro. I am not talking to these people at all. I'm a lie. I'm a lie.
Inside the villa.
Now, Jeremiah says that this was all clearly a joke, and Nick comes in to address the comments that he was Ace's henchman in all of this.
I just agree with whatever Ace says. So
Oh yeah, he was the meat rider, huh?
But once again, the show throws out some unaired footage of the guys deliberating, and it's clear that Nick wanted to keep Jeremiah because there was a chance his relationship with Huda was legit. However, it was 2 votes to 3, and Ace eventually comes out to say he regrets the vote and thinks in hindsight,
You know who he looks like? He looks like how every rapper goes on like a big news station. He gets his glasses, posture, perfect. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Sir.
Austin should have been the one to go. Although, funnily enough, they then show the results of America's voting, and it turns out Jeremiah and Hannah were on the bottom anyway, so hey, there you go. Then Jeremiah and Bella addressed some rumors that they had started dating as they were seen posting in the same room, but he's saying nope, just friends. And finally, we finish this thing off with, of course, more Huda drama, as they take a look back at the things Huda has done through the season and ask her how she feels about it.
I've done so much self-reflection and so much work that I can look back on these moments and laugh.
So you did a month of self-reflection and you're
A month? Weren't you moving like a Regina George? Come on, I'm talking it, bro. Bro, all I needed was a couple TikToks, a couple of these reactions. Man, I'm already up to date. I know what's going on.
a different person now?
Now, naturally, Huda has been doing a lot of podcasts and a lot of media since the show finished, where she has talked about a lot of moments where she's felt bullied. And while she does say, looking back, maybe bullying was the wrong word to use, and she apologizes for that, Alandria chimes in and begins to talk about why she unfollowed Huda and why their strong friendship has now been completely damaged, telling Huda that talking about bullying but not naming names made some people think she was talking about Alandria, and Alandria got a lot of hatred, including wildly over-the-line racist comments.
I was getting hated on as well, racially.
I get that, but your face was not plastered on George Floyd's body. I told.
That's the other thing.
This was as a result.
It was that bad.
And
oh my god, bro. It's like, No, I'm not even going to joke about that. Nah, that's a dead serious, bro. That's crazy. About Love Island. Jesus
Olympia and
Christ.
Shelly talk about bringing this to Huda so she could make a post asking her followers to back down, but Huda didn't.
Why didn't you do the post that Alandria asked you to?
I was dealing with so much outside of that. Like, I didn't know what to say in that moment because I was dealing with so much.
Which is
So what I'm hearing is, you don't like black people.
wild. How do you see this and not immediately prioritize putting a stop to it, regardless of whether or not they were friends at the time? Now, the show also goes into the heart rate challenge and, for the 60th time, airs some more never-before-seen footage, which I actually can't show here, or this video will get struck down by the YouTube overlords for inappropriate content. But to describe it, it shows more of why Shelly was upset during that challenge, and why people have said what Huda did was over the line. Essentially, Huda goes up to Ace's nether region, and how do I put this? She does this.
Yeah. That will make your heart beat.
Then
Yeah.
there's a makeout on top of Ace, which includes a bunch of moaning and some booty shaking real close to his face. But the licking, that was over the line, absolutely. And Huda defends herself by saying,
She was trying to win a challenge, bro. Like, type shit.
I do apologize if I made anybody feel uncomfortable. Everything was consensual. There was no limitations. And we all made that very clear at the beginning of the challenge.
but I mean, in my opinion, there is a limitation. My interpretation of that challenge was to try and get as close to the line without going over the line. But if there's no limitation, why not just get completely naked? Why not go all the way with someone? That being said,
They can do that.
though, Ace was absolutely gripping onto Huda while she was twerking on him and going, but okay, that's it. We're done. Reunion over. Season over. We can finally put this one behind us and say,
We're free! We're free!
It's only 3 weeks until we're back on Peacock with Love Island Games. All of your
Cock.
favorite Islanders from around the world, including some of these guys, will be back in the villa.
oh, well, never mind. See you then. So that's it
Cool.
for this recap of the Love Island Season 7 reunion.
Well, as an avid watcher of Love Island recaps, seemed fun. I ain't gonna lie. Had a good time watching them. They've gained. I've got a lot of views, and shout out the girls who watch my videos.